friend of mine called from the courthouse. The grand jury's meeting as we speak. Not doing the right thing. How am I going to explain that to a jury? That you people didn't do a very good job of cleaning up after yourselves. A friend of mine called from the courthouse. The grand jury's meeting as we speak.
Anti-Afro Svengalis. Has it sunk in yet? Well, let's go one more again, or two more again.
The grand jury's meeting as we speak. The grand jury's meeting as we speak.
Do you all realize what happened here? D.Derell-Dumpsey Spears was indicted by a federal grand jury, which means they got the information, they got the evidence, they convened, they took testimony, and they decided to return a 9-count indictment. Federal grand jury. I want you to look at this. Take a good, long look at this screen and just think about it. How badly D.Derell-Dumpsey Spears wanted this for me, wanted it for Rev G. And he started wanting it for any and everybody who would not attack us. Even before he started attacking us unprovoked, he went around to other spaces on YouTube. And when he saw people who were happily paired up, people who were content, who were enjoying life, he went on the attack, just made up any and everything about their lives, making their lives seem so horrendously out of control, unhappy, filled with criminal behavior. He made a point to always say that the women who were with the dudes he targeted wanted to be with him. And we know the reason he did this. He hated the fact that if he didn't produce immediate cash money or let it be known that he had money, the women wouldn't give him the time of day. I'm talking about just in general. Because the women who had men on YouTube, come on, please. Who the hell was going to leave their husband for Dumpsey? And the ones he was trying to get, their husbands have money. Earned it the honest way. They didn't steal from the feds to get it. Are you taking a good look at the screen? Are you realizing how much D.Derell tried to hijack the character of decent people he didn't even know, all because Umar Johnson wouldn't say his name? I mean, that's the base reason that adds on to the rest of it. He said our names, but not his. Umar would not even mention D.Derell, although he kept giving him money. He stole money to make it appear that he had money. And you hear some subjects in these other sectors say, oh yeah, Dumpsey got a lot of money. Oh, D.Derell got a lot of money. Don't you worry. Anyone out there has any concern about whether or not I'm going to be making the rounds? I'm making the rounds. I don't care whether or not somebody wants to hear it or not. They could tell me they don't want to hear it. I'm still going to tell it because he ran up and down all these other sectors, all around YouTube, lying. It's just due that I tell the truth on him. Oh, trust and believe, people. I got more coming. Plus, there was a new entry today on the court record. I'm going to tell you about that. They are opening up these documents, but the other documents are not open. I just may have to write to the court in a couple of days because I want to see those documents that are sealed. Just hang on. In short order, I got a few more videos I'm going to be posting. I just wanted to marinate for a few minutes in this federal grand jury indictment. Wanted all the horrendous, horrific, criminal punishment coming to me and Rev G, AFW friends and supporters who didn't commit any crimes. D.Derell was the one who was perpetrating crime the entire time. And he hated the fact that he had to do that. Or rather, he told himself he had to do that because Nobody can make you steal money. He felt he had no other options but to steal from the federal government so he can make himself appear important on YouTube. He did all this, risking federal prison time. How in the world can this fool ever have thought he was going to get away with this? He really felt that he would, because they didn't come after him right away. But the desperation remains. When you steal from the federal government, when they entrust you with their money, with their billing, when you steal from them, eventually they're going to come for you. But he was too desperate on the other end to make himself feel good because people liked him only because he gave them money. They try to say that about me. He demonstrably gave tons and tons of money. But how is it he's being charged in a 9-count federal indictment and I am not? Might want to think about that. At least anytime I provided any channel support, it was money that I earned. I didn't steal it from the feds or anyone else. That's the resentment that he could not handle. He knew he stole this money and hated the fact that I'm just who I am. Whether people gravitate to me or not, like me or not, that is on them. It didn't take money for it to come about, but this is what he had to do. He had to take money and make himself believe people liked him without the money. No, people who I care about like me without money. The vast majority of people who I rock with haven't even seen a dime because they don't post content. He is the one that was giving money behind the scenes. I ain't giving no money behind the scenes. It must have really stressed him out. All to flex on YouTube. That has to be the reason why he went so hard, trying to convince the world that me and Rev G were like him. Evil, thievery, criminal-minded, desperate to be accepted, willing to risk federal prison. He knew he was risking federal prison. And he resented the fact that we didn't need to do any of that. We didn't need to do a thing other than support those who supported us. Whether or not channel support was part of the scenario makes no difference. It only made a difference to Dumpsey because he made a point to steal the money in order to give it, to make himself appear to be someone, this high roller. He got all this money. Folks, let's count the date and see how long before he starts begging the judge for mercy because he can't afford that private attorney he currently has. That's not going to last long. He's eventually going to have to switch over to the federal public defender, especially if they determine that money that he has in his accounts was part of the fraud. He didn't work. He submitted the false billing, and we're going to find out in short order, folks, to what extent he perpetrated these crimes. Best believe, without a doubt, more is coming your way. In the meantime, buyer beware.